ABS-CBN Sports proudly presents Excellence in Determination, the Adamson Soaring Falcons.
Johnson up top, Newsom!
Excellence in Performance, the Ateneo Blue Eagles. Excellence in Leadership, the De La Salle Green Archers. Excellence in Motivation, the FEU Tamaraos. Excellence in Decision Making, the NU Bulldogs. Excellence in Execution, the UP Fighting Maroons. Excellence in Action, the USD Growling Tigers. Excellence in Courage, the UE Red Warriors. This is the UAAP Season 77, Unity in Excellence.
And we are coming to you from the Mall of Asia Arena for the continuing live and exclusive coverage of UAAP Season 77. And after a squeaker of a win by UST over Adamson University earlier on, we get to the second game of our Saturday doubleheader. Ateneo de Manila, Blue Eagles, 3-0. National University Bulldogs, 2-1. They collide in our second game today live here on ABS Sports and Action and all over the world via the Filipino channel. And of course, in high definition on Balls HD channel 167. We're glad to have you with us again alongside my partner, Coach Mark Molina. I'm Boom Gonzalez, and of course we are joined and completed by Laura Lehman, who reports for Ateneo. Trisha Robredo will report for the National University Bulldogs. They complete our broadcast team for today. A lot of people waiting for this game. Streaking Ateneo, the early team standing lead, and then National University falling their last time against De La Salle University.
Well, actually, both teams are playing quite well to start season 77. Ateneo with that big win over La Salle, but the other wins, you can say, not yet that tested ang Ateneo. So this NU game could be a good gauge on how far they can go to this season. La Salle on the other hand, NU on the other hand, a couple of impressive victories before losing to La Salle in a very tight match last Wednesday. As we look at the team standings, Ateneo in solo first place, and then UE right behind them at 2-0. Itong UST has won a couple of state games to move up to 2-1. Then the aforementioned NU team at 2-1. So an NU victory today, pwede silang maging tabla ng Ateneo if they will beat Ateneo.
The rest of the teams will see action tomorrow here at the Mall of Asia Arena. We'll break down the Ateneo-NU matchup and hear from our courtside reporters when we come back here on ABS-CBN Sports in Action.
This is the UAAP Season 77, Unity in Excellence. This is the UAAP Season 77, Unity in Excellence.
It is Ateneo versus National University in our second game of our Saturday doubleheader. We welcome you back to the broadcast and we talk about the team that is undefeated so far in Season 77. Mark, how has Ateneo done it in the last three games? What are some of the factors that has given them an undefeated slot?
Well, the offensive numbers of Ateneo the last three games, totally mind-blowing at this point. And we look at the two guys primarily responsible for that, Kiefer Revena and Arvin Tolentino. We talk about offensive rating. Offensive rating that measures the number of points a team scores per possession. So this is the best indicator of how good you are offensively. Better indicator than points scored, because points scored doesn't take account how many possessions you have in a game.
Right.
But this one, and you look at the numbers here, last year Ateneo 89.8 points per 100 possessions. In Season 75, which was one of their championship years, 98 points per 100 possessions. But this year, astonishing number, almost 110 points per 100 possessions. This is a number unheard of in the UAP. And this is the field goal percentages of the three guys, Tolentino, Newsom, and Kiefer, are all very impressive the last 3 games.
And just to complete that statement, well, they are second also in terms of scoring. Just for those who are familiar with that number, second only to UE so far in season 77. We bring back Laura Lehman into this conversation. And Laura, I know you guys are undefeated, but I'm sure Coach Bo wasn't completely, or I heard at least that he wasn't completely happy with that win against UP the last time out.
Yes, Boom and Mark, despite an unbeaten record, Coach Bo was not satisfied with the Blue Eagles' performance against UP. The team was not consistent with their defensive efforts, and Coach Bo attributed this to their drop in energy level. Now, after a big win like one against LaSalle, Coach Bo said that there was a tendency for the boys to lose adrenaline and intensity on court. He said that they are a young team, and it does take maturity and experience to overcome this mentality. Now, of course, Coach Bo was also quick to add that they cannot forget to credit the performance of UP, as their guards did score consistently throughout the game. Now, the Blue Eagles did discuss these faults during post-game meetings, but coaches did not want to dwell on negative, especially since they only had 2 days left to prepare for the game against NU. As a result, the boys swallowed their faults and refocused their efforts on NU, whom they considered a very disciplined and systematic team with a great height advantage. Back to you, Boom and Mark.
Thank you very much, Lau. It is a test for them, as you mentioned, for Ateneo, and they did get challenged by that UP squad who came out with incredible energy all throughout, but pulled away with experience and talent in the end and got their 3rd win in a row. Now we shift our attention to the National University Bulldogs. You talked about a good start for them. They're 2-1. They lost against De La Salle, and most people pointing to the fact that NU was not able to do a lot of the things inside where they were able to do in the first 2 games.
Absolutely. When you talk about NU, their 2 biggest weapons are their defense, number 1, and the points that they score inside the paint. They will not score a lot of points from the perimeter without Parks there. Their main threat is only Jello Alolino, so that's why it's very important for them to get points inside the paint, which they did in their first 2 wins, 39 points per game, but against that vaunted LaSalle front line,
yes.
only 24 points. So very important here for NU. Let's keep an eye on Alfred Aroga and Troy Rosario. Can they take advantage of against a younger Ateneo front court?
And a relatively smaller
Yes.
front court compared to the others. Okay, let's bring in Trisha Robredo into this conversation. And I heard from that side, Trisha, that this loss was just not any typical loss for Coach Eric Altamirano and the rest of the team. It was a little bit disheartening for them. Is that true?
Yeah, well, you heard right, Boom and Mark. You know what? In the dugout after that game against LSU, silence and blank faces were actually exchanged among the players. Sabi nga sa akin ng boys, ay talagang nanghinayang sila. But then Coach Joey Guanyo was quick to remind them that their schedule does not permit them to dwell so much on the loss. Kaya naman imbis daw na damdamin ang pagkatalo, ay mag-move on na lang at mag-focus sa susunod na laro. Now, Coach Eric Altamirano was also quick to remind the boys that who they went up against were the defending champions, which is why yung 2-point loss daw nila ay both good and bad. Good dahil pinapakita una na may laban naman talaga ang Bulldogs ngayong season, at pangalawa because it made the boys realize that if they want something, they have to work hard for it. Kaya nga in Coach E's words, we win some, we lose some, but what's important is that we learn, we take heart, and fight another day. Back to you guys.
Thank you very much, Trisha. And let's not forget also, LaSalle needed that win. They played with desperation because they were 0-2. They needed that win, and also that made it hard for the National University Bulldogs. Now, let's look at matchups here in our ball game, or Gatorade-fueled duel of the game. Will be an inside yet very different matchup between Troy Rosario and the rookie Arvin Tolentino.
I love this matchup because sometimes we have matchups, but they really don't go head to head.
Right.
I feel these 2 guys will go head to head today. Very similar players. They're both tall, but versatile players who can play in the perimeter. Arvin Tolentino, what a fantastic start to his UAAP career. 15 points and 6 boards. And then Troy Rosario, much improved from last year without Parks there, without Embe there. He has now found a rhythm offensively for NU.
Gatorade-fueled duel of the game. Gatorade fueling the UAAP legacy. We'll get it on between Ateneo and NU when we come back after this short break.
This is the UAAP Season 77. Unity in excellence.
Live from the Mall of Asia Arena, Pasay City, Philippines, we bring you Saturday's main event in your season 77 of the UAAP. Let us meet the starters. First, will the Ateneo de Manila Blue Eagles. At forward, number 11, Chris Newsom. Power forward, number 13, Arvin Tolentino. Center, number 14, Chris Porter. Boys guard, number 4, Nico Elorde. And the off guard, number 15, Keeper Rapena. The head coach of the Blue Eagles, Paul Penasol. And now, starting with the National University Bulldogs. Forward number 12, Glenn Cubuntin. Power forward number 17, Troy Rosario. At center, number 8, Andre Betayene. The off guard, number 9, Ralph Atanan. And at point guard, number 4, Jello Alolino. The head coach of the Bulldogs, Eric Altamirano. The officials for this ball game, Romulo Mangibin, Nestor Magpantay, and Molito Moimoy de Luna Jr.
Back here at the Mall of Asia Arena, your Haynes starting five. Haynes, America's first name in comfort. We will get to the changes. The chess match has already begun even before the jump ball. And speaking of the jump ball, that one being brought to you by Toyota Vios. Fun starts now. Meron na kaagad pahiyang yung dalawang team kasamang Mark.
Well, NU starting with Betayene. And I think the reason behind this is Coach Eric Altamirano wanting more offense coming off the bench. He has Jello Alolino and Rosario provide some offense here for the starting unit, and then he will have Aroga off the bench.
He's only played 2 games so far and only 6 minutes in season 77 of the UAAP. We welcome you again to the second game, Saturday doubleheader. As many people say, a test for the undefeated Ateneo squad. National University hoping to bounce back from that loss against the defending champions, the DLSU.
NU is also starting Atangan.
Rapatanan, that's right.
Primarily to defend against Kiefer Ravena. They've started with JJ Alejandro the past couple of games, but Alejandro not as good a defender as Ralph Atangan.
Good move by Cubuntin, shrugging off Chris Newsom to get the first 2 points of the ball game.
I think this is another key matchup for this game. Chris Newsom against Glenn Cubuntin.
Valentino, and this is the matchup we talked about at the start of the broadcast. Good defense by Rosario. Rosario stays with him. He has the ability, athletic ability also to move laterally as we go to Trisha Robredo for this report from NU.
Alam niyo, Boom and Mark, matalik palang magkaibigan itong si Kiefer Ravena at si Jello Alolino. But when it comes to basketball, do not expect them to go easy on each other. Sabi nga ni Jello, all business ngayon, lalong-lalo na dahil gusto namin makabawi. Coach Eric believes that the boys played well defensively against CLSU, but struggled on offense. So in preparation for today's game, the Bulldogs focused on practicing and sharpening their plays, which they hope to execute for today's matchup. They are also expected to capitalize on their height advantage, rebound, run, and take shots without hesitation. But when it all fails, go back to what we do best, which is defense. Lastly, in the dugout before the game, Sir Hansi pointed out that they lost to DLSU because they were hungry for a win. Kaya ngayon naman daw, makita natin na ang NU ay mas gustong manalo. Back to you, Boom and Mark.
Yun yung pinupunta natin kanina. No? You also have to give credit to the other team because they needed that win. NU only scoring 55 points against De La Salle the last time out. La Salle 57 as Betayene. 2 side pocket shots for National University to start off this game.
But if you're Coach Eric, at least your defense has been a constant.
Right.
The last 3 games. Even against La Salle, they only surrendered 57 points.
Good block out by Cubuntin and Newsom. Alolino. Petayene looking to set the screen. Alolino forces the shot and is fouled by Nico Elorte. Chance for us to go to Laura Lehman. Laura?
Boom and Mark, the boys are very revitalized for today's game, and this was very obvious in practice yesterday. Kiefer said that prior to the UP game, practice was light and easygoing, and that they did not want to make the same mistake. In fact, before they could even take a break yesterday, Coach Bo made them do 8 consecutive free throws, so we'll see if this training is executed today. Now, besides this increased energy level, the boys have also directed their efforts to the height advantage of NU and have practiced different ways to offset their size. Lastly, the boys do recognize the depth of the NU bench, and so if they give another slow start, they will face a big problem in today's game. Back to you, Boom and Mark.
Thank you very much, Lau. Well, her team is still scoreless so far as Alolino, who seemed to have fine-tuned his shot for season 77. 2 free throws there, nothing but the bottom of the net for a 7, or make that 6-0 count. Tolentino will shoot the first 3 for himself. Elorte na iwanan. The floater doesn't work. Newsome out of nowhere, but it is Porter who is able to draw the foul and will go to the line. Dalawa ng ating DJ combo play. Panalo, just like your favorite hot dog. Pure Foods tender, juicy.
You don't really expect that from Henry Petayene. Excellent defender, but not really known for his offense.
Porter only played 1 game. That was the game against Adamson University. 4 minutes so far in season 77. The holdovers.
Of course, Porter, former Ateneo Blue Eaglet.
Right. Holdover from their juniors team alongside napakarami dyan. Casumal, dalawang Ravenna, just to mention a few. Rosario to Cobuntin. Porter waiting. Sidestepping move by Cobuntin. Could not finish. Petayene. Offensive rebound and 4 points. Bonus points here for National University, Mark. So that strategy of starting him off.
And this is
dividends.
And this is what NU needs to do in today's game. Pound the offensive boards because they have the advantage inside.
So it will be important for Ateneo to knock down some jumpers, just like that one from Nico Elorte.
And that's something they've done the last 3 games for Ateneo. They've been scorching at a 38% clip from beyond the arc this season.
Isi niya sobrang move, isi niya sobra, yaki sobrang sarap. And they also have had many heroes, Mark, in their 3 wins. They, the rookie Arvin Tolentino, you've had Newsome who had a big game, Casumal had a big game, Elorte and Ravenna has been a constant, obviously.
Gotladera against
against LaSalle, that's right. Ravenna on a 23.3 scoring clip. He says he's healthier than ever.
And I think that will be the theme of the season for Ateneo. You're going to have one guy who will be consistent all year long in Kiefer. And then some days, Arvin Tolentino will give you 15 points. Some days it will be Newsome. Some days it will be Pesumal, who will be the second leading scorer for this team.
8-second shot clock to work with for National University. PS Bankable Assist brought to you by PS Bank Online mobile app. Download now. 8-4 with 6 minutes remaining in the first quarter. Alolino, like we said, has been fine-tuning that shot. Not that time though. Nangunguna na si Elorte. Mahina yung pasa. Newsome thought he was fouled. Rosario collects himself. Left-handed under-goal stab. 4 players from National University have scored for this 10-4 lead. Kit Kat break time. Have a break, have a Kit Kat. Back here for a C2 cool and clean steal of the game. C2 Sarap ng Bukas. 10-4 is the score. Fast fizz move of the game. The solution for teens, headache, and fever. Ateneo 4 points, National U 10 points. First quarter action down to 5:46 here at the Mall of Asia Arena in Pasay City. Ravenna, atangan, naikutan ni Ravenna. 0 of 3 so far is Kiefer here in this game.
That was a good run set play by Coach Bo Perasol. He wanted Kiefer to be involved in the offense after that timeout. And it was a good shot by Kiefer. He just missed.
10 on their 24. Rosario short on that one. Elorde looking ahead, but the NU defense is there. Porter underneath against Betene. Cameroonian player of National University. Tolentino at the 5-minute mark. And a foul at the 5:01-minute mark, actually. Chippy Barcada team moment. Kadamanding Chippy. Ten to 4 is still our score. Slow start here in terms of the pace for both teams. Avida halfway mark, keeps scoring, hit it home with Avida's halfway point of the quarter. Very deliberate basketball so far is what we're seeing.
And this is the pace NU wants. They want to control the tempo of the game. Not a lot of fast break opportunities for Ateneo. Not turning the ball over, but Alolino turns the ball over here. So opportunity to attack here for Kiefer.
Second for NU. Kiefer sees the spot. And the scorers who cannot find field goals try to go to the line for free throws. McDonald's instant replay. Call for a McDonald's PFF bundle timeout. Dial 86 236 now.
And this is like the previous game against UP. Kiefer not finding a shot early in the game. He attacks the basket and he got 11 free throws in that game.
Noy Baclao with us. Nico Salva, I think, also part of that picture there on your screens. First 2 points to Kiefer Ravena. Now Atangan will move out.
Did a good job against Kiefer holding his own.
Yan si Abelona naman ang ating makikita na babantay kay Kiefer Ravena. Other than that, wala pa tayong palitan dito, no, kasamang Mars. Wala pa. It's only Pao Habelona to get to that ball, and I believe that is their third turnover here in the quarter. Now the bench coming into play for National University as Diputado comes in.
Two consecutive turnovers there from Jello Alolino. So Coach Eric Altamirano making a change here.
Ref Diputado, the second guy off the bench for Coach E. Newsom against Kubuntin. Newsom gets away. Put his shoulders down, Mark, on that play.
Showing his athleticism. Here's Kubuntin.
Well scouted on that sidestepping move. He does like to sidestep, and Porter found that move, but Diputado on the second opportunity gives them a 4-point lead once again, 12-8, but fouls Nico Elorde here. Now, it's Alfred Oroga who will come in, obviously for Betene. Dice One Clothing in-your-face move, courtesy of Chris Newsom. Blows by a couple of National University players. Master game face move naman ang ating makikita by Rep Diputado. Get 8 hours of no oil with Master game face on. And look at the substitution of Coach E. And this is what Lau was talking about earlier that Coach Bo mentioned. Alam niya, they're aware of the bench of National University.
And I like this move by Coach Eric. Now he has Napes and Aloga together. So you have one scorer and one defensive player. In the starting lineup, it's the same thing with Betayene and with Troy Rosario.
Right. That's pretty much a platoon substitution already right now. Nauna lang itong si Habelona. The rest of the 4 players coming in as Von Pesumal and Monso Gotladera in the game. Tolentino lets it fly. That's short. And Aroga clears the boards. 8 for Ateneo, 12 for National U.
And that's something that will be available here for Ateneo. And you will pack it in and make you hit the shots from the outside.
Until you start hitting them. That's what they did against UST. UST was not able to hit them. They only made 2 triples in that game. Let's see if that ploy works against Ateneo.
The foul here would be called against Napes.
2:55 to play in the first quarter. Kit Kat break time. Have a break. Have a Kit Kat. Babalik tayo with a Booster C Energy Shot, Energy Huddle of the game. 12-8 is our score, courtesy of Coach E and the rest of the National U Bulldogs. Chippy Barkada team moment, kada bonding. Chippy, 10 na. Sakto ang inilaro ni Coach Eric Altamirano dito sa ating unang yugto pa lamang.
Interesting matchup here. Javelona is defending against Chris Newsom.
That's the defense that you were talking about that has been constant for National U. Packing it in. Haynes on the floor as Deputado knocks down a three. Haynes, America's first name in comfort. So now they've got some inside points. Now 3-point shot courtesy of Rev.
What composure from this rookie, Rev Deputado. Foul will be called on Gotladera.
Almost, but not quite again for keeper Ravenna. He's had some good moves, Mark, going to the basket. Just cannot buy a bucket. Great taste, 3-point shot. Great taste, White. The coffee we super like. That's courtesy of Deputado, who just knocked down his first 3 in the UAAP in season 77. He was 0 out of 2 before that. 2-minute mark of our first quarter, and it's a 7-point lead. Alejandro gets away. No reset of the shot clock. Aroga from 16. Malakas. Tapigan ng bola, and it's Gotladera coming away with his first rebound. Kiefer. Pesumal gets it to go.
That will be very important for Ateneo. As you can see, NU will have 2 or 3 guys on Kiefer Ravenna every time he penetrates.
31% shooting from that area for Von Pesumal. Kiefer nagmamadali. Ineakyat! And Chris Newsom with a rack attack.
So this is the pace that Ateneo wants to play with.
5-0 run. Little shot in the arm for the crowd here who are rooting for Ateneo. Aroga against Gotladera. The lead was highest at 7. It's down to 2. Another missed shot, and Ateneo looking to run again with under a minute to play. Kiefer says, let's slow down. And then he accelerates. And then a wild shot there because of a push from behind from Pao Abelona. Great taste 3-point shot. Great taste White. The coffee we super like. And then the setup job by Ravenna for a Dice One Clothing in-your-face move to the very athletic Chris Newsom. Ravenna.
No field goals yet for Kiefer,
Yeah.
but this will be his 3rd and 4th attempts from the line.
You know, he struggled so bad last year. Even his free throws, his shooting was down. Obviously his health. Even when people were saying, where he was saying he was almost at 100%, you knew he wasn't.
The UAP is a very short season. It's 3 months. And if you come into the first month injured and you miss a couple of weeks of practice, very hard to get back to the level where you want to be.
At may kasama pang gigil. Yung that eagerness to want to do so bad at the times that naipapasok ka, no? So, but it's a very different situation, as he said, and it is all part, by the way, of a 7-0 run in the last 46 seconds. Ito, nakita natin, McDonald's instant replay itong turnover na to. Call for McDonald's BFF bundle timeout dial 86-36 now. They go back to Ravenna against the smaller Deputado. Ravenna, and then finding Pesumal. Pesumal loses possession, though.
Nice look by Kiefer, though. And if NU will not double team Kiefer in the low block, that's something a Coach Bo would want to milk maybe later on.
15-all is our score. And a 1-second differential. Game clock, shot clock. And Ravenna asking for the ball for the last shot of the first quarter. First deadlock of the game. Ravenna against Deputado. Ravenna top of the circle. 3. No. Ravenna struggling from the field, but able to set up some teammates. Good enough for them to end a 7-0 run. National U in the meantime. 10 players already, and today, Rev Diputado with 5 points, Jollibee champ of the quarter, Big Burger Goodness, and it is 15 all. We hope you come back with us for second quarter action here on ABS-CBN Sports and Action. We are back at the Mall of Asia Arena for game number 2 of your Saturday doubleheader between the undefeated Ateneo de Manila University and the 2-1 National University Bulldogs. Bulldogs with a great start with different characters, but a great finish by Ateneo to tie us all at 15. Our bosses, Sir Gabby, Sir Peter.
7-0 run.
Yes.
By Ateneo to finish that first quarter. A couple of them coming from assist passes from Kiefer Ravena.
So we start off with the first deadlock of the game and a foul also by Jello Alolino, pushing off Juanico Elorte. Like I said earlier, 10 players nagamit na ni Coach E. 8 for Ateneo. We start with Capasio now in the ball game for Ateneo. Newsom, Gotladera, Pesumal, and Elorte. Newsom maneuvering, blocked by Napes. Good defensive stance again by National University.
They need to get Aroga involved here offensively, and nice move, but Newsom was there.
And that's the way to defend him, Mark. I mean, there's no way Gotladera, maybe 1 or 2 sequences, but if he gets that deep, that's pretty tough. But Newsom from behind, a Red Bull Supreme block, resist failure with Red Bull Supreme. Of the blind side, 7 on the shot clock. Alolino, Alejandro, 3. Alejandro out to Napes. Elorte will chase down the ball and a forced turnover here. That is the 6th National U turnover, 5 in the first quarter.
And that's something Ateneo would want to do today, force some turnovers so they can get some points off transition.
Newsom pops out. 9-minute mark. Wayne Capasio setting the pick. Newsom trying to split it. Capasio from the corner. Doesn't get the roll. The tap goes to Napes. Aroga trying to get position again against Monso Gotladera. Alolino gets free. 4 points for Jello Alolino.
You rarely saw Jello Alolino take those jumpers off pick and roll situations in the previous seasons. Shows you how much he has worked on this game.
The tendency of the guards against him would actually sag.
Absolutely.
Parang challenge him to actually make that shot.
In that last situation, pick and roll, they will go under.
Right.
Here's that last play. They will go under against Alolino. There's Elorte going under, giving up on that open jumper.
Mitsubishi Mirage, great play. This great play is brought to you by Mitsubishi Mirage. As you said, an improved stroke, at least so far here in season 77.
And if he continues to hit that,
Yun.
then Coach Bo Petanzol will rethink if that will be the strategy defending Alolino against the pick and roll.
First field goal for Kiefer Ravena. 0 of 6 before that shot. And that one drops in for another tied ball game, 17 all. Alolino with the spin, nowhere to go. The tap goes to Kubutin, twirls around, and a foul underneath. The referees Romy Mangibin, Nestor Magpatay, and Rodualdo De Luna. Ito muna ang ating TJ Combo Play Panalo, just like your favorite hot dog, Pure Foods, tender, juicy. Under 8 minutes to play. Let's check in with Laura Lehman.
Boom and Mark, Coach both told the boys that they were playing well and to keep doing what they were doing. And this quarter, their aim is to 1, get those rebounds, and 2, make quick outlet passes to move the ball across the court and reach the basket before their taller defenders. And with this, Coach Bo needs them to have that adrenaline and up that energy level to be quick on transition but somewhat patient when setting up that shot. Back to you, Boom and Mark.
Maraming salamat, Lau. This is going to be, I think, a mentally exhausting battle between Eric and Coach Bo today.
That's right. And these are two coaches who also know each other.
Very well.
Coached against each other before.
Right. both from UP.
Yep.
Both great bench tacticians. They have great battery of assistants, both of them. They both have an accomplished bench.
Of course, on the bench, on the staff of
Yes.
Coach Pope Rasol is Coach Ronnie Magsano.
That's right.
Who was the backcourt mate of Coach Eric the last
Correct.
time UP won a championship in 1986.
Coach Sandy Pacochagas there. Coach Ricky Dandag, of course. Di naman magpapahuli yung National University. Coach Joey Guanyo, Monose, Vicky Casiano, Jeff Napa, Jeff Perlas. Coach Gabby Severino naman ang mga nakalimutan ko dito sa
Gina Fable.
Gina Fable sa Ateneo. In the meantime, 17 all pa rin. Alolino, tumira na naman ng tres. Not that time. Ravenna, skies high. It's Scott Ladera who tracks it down. Lorde, 18-footer. Capascio trying to keep it alive. So we've started off really slow as you look at Coach Ronnie Magsano, who for a very long time was with us here also as our colleague.
Tama.
A lot of UAP wars, a lot of UAP experience, both as a player, as an analyst. It's good to see him back here again, as we also would love to see Trisha Roberta and see what you have from the NU side.
Boom and Mark, balik sa depensa nga ang main strategy ng Bulldogs sa pagpasok ngayong second quarter. As expected, the Blue Eagles have been scoring a lot on transitions, and Coach E asks the boys to counter this by playing to their strengths. In the huddle, he put emphasis on sprinting to the paint and on limiting the effectivity of players like Kiefer, Von Pesumal, and Chris Newsom. The only way out to stop us at Ateneo is to contain the versatility of their guards. Yeah, he expects the boys to do it on individual and team defense. That's all for now, Boom and Mark.
Thank you very much, Trisha. We'll see what happens here the rest of the quarter as Ateneo gets the lead, courtesy of Arvin Tolentino with that left-handed layup. Deputado with 5 points in the first quarter. In and out for him as Tolentino comes away with his third rebound. Ravenna against Atangan. Nakakita ng puwang and a bag and a bucket opportunity.
First field goal from Kiefer.
He saw that Atangan was kind of frozen when he was backing up, kasabang Mark.
And also give credit to Gotladera.
Oo.
Hinarangan niya si Alfred Aroga. That's why Aroga couldn't help.
Kit Kat break time muna tayo. Have a break. Have a Kit Kat. 21-17 ang ating talaan. We welcome you back with a Yamaha Big Move. Yamaha revs your heart. Look at that drive by, so far, the very smooth Arvin Tolentino here in season 77 of the UAAP. The wishy oh wow moment open up to everyday surprises with a wishy oh wow as Ravenna caught Atangan backing up there, and now the lead is with Ateneo, and that's their biggest, by the way, 22-17. Atangan umatake. Good move and a strong, confident one over the bigger Cotladera.
And that's something he did a lot during his time as an NU Bullpup.
Right.
Not really a good shooter, but
Tapang yan.
excellent penetrator.
Both teams are shooting 2 out of 6 from the field here in the second quarter. And also both teams are shooting 30% for the game. That's how tight the game has been so far for National U and Ateneo. Tolentino with a second to shoot. Not that time. Rosario asking for it. Twirls over Arvin Tolentino. Good move by Troy Rosario. That is his 4th point of the game.
And that's something I will go to a lot if I'm coaching Eric Altamirano. If they will not double team Troy Rosario in the low block against Arvin Tolentino, Troy Rosario will have the advantage there.
Ravenna, naghahanap ng paraan, nawalan ng bola. Avida halfway mark ang nating nadaanan. Keeps scoring, hit it home with Avida's halfway point of the quarter. Rosario with 6 points on the run this time. And you with the change of lead, a second lead change of the game. Oh, nice bounce. Von Pesumal. 24-23, lead switches back to Ateneo. Interesting game so far, Mark.
Rosario
nice
again.
move! The blow-by Troy Rosario.
And they're challenging the defense of Arvin Tolentino.
25-24. Action picking up here after that last timeout. Vena with 10, under 4 minutes to play. Tolentino will try again, gets it to go. First triple of the ball game, a setup job by Kiefer Ravena.
Yan ang sagot ni Arvin Tolentino. If I can defend you, I'll just score over you.
Like we said, two very different forwards. Yan at stretch 4.
Stretch 4.
Yeah,
Stretch 4.
Obutin, tapped by Ravena, picked up by Elorde. Elorde, Ravena, iniikot pa. And a foul will be called on Deputado as Tolentino goes up. Look at this strong move first by the NU Bullpup. Former NU Bullpup. Master Game Face move. Get 8 hours of no oil with Master Game Face on at 10. Rosario twirling around for Nisin Yakisoba move. Nisin Yakisoba, sarap. 27-25. Deputado will move out. Jalololino back in.
Arvin Tolentino, excellent first 3 games so far for Ateneo. Complete player to me offensively. As you mentioned, stretch 4. He reminds me so much of a younger Ranidel De Ocampo.
That nice looking stroke that he has also. Fundamentally sound shot. Marvin Tolentino makes 2 free throws. So it's a 29-25 count. Atangan, top of the circle. Malakas. Tapik, mapupunta kay Rosario. Rosario very active underneath. He's just all over the place. And again, he's showing a different dimension of his forward skills. Here's another one. A tip dunk. And a Mazda fast break. All new Mazda 3 Sky Active. Celebrate driving. Kit Kat break time. Have a break. Have a Kit Kat. We are at 29-25. 2:52 remaining. Here's that wonderful fake move by Rosario, just deceiving the defense of Ateneo. Phil Plans think ahead shot of the game. It's never too early to think ahead for your future needs. Start planning today with Phil Plans. Yung sagot ng kanyang counterpart sa kabila, Great Taste 3-point shot. Great Taste White and coffee we super like. Rosario, by the way, is 4 out of 5 also from the field today. With 8 points, 3 rebounds, a missed free throw though.
He has been the offense for NU here in the second quarter. Troy Rosario with 6 points in this quarter.
Looking good for season 77 is Troy Rosario, coming within 3 perimeter points on your screens. KFC so good stats. KFC so good. 12-9. Abante ang Ateneo. Ravena. Babilonia struggling. Gets it back. Tolentino thought about it, then drives. Tolentino twirls. That's traveling. Good door shot by Betayene and Rosario.
He had the right idea here.
Right.
And excellent footwork to get by Troy Rosario, but the help defense there from Betayene.
McDonald's instant replay catching that call for McDonald's BFF bundle timeout. Dial 86-236 now. Puro puri ang inaabot ng ating magkatunggaling forward dito. Tolentino at si Rosario. Doing very well for their respective teams. Atangan, nakatakas ng bagya. Ibinaba para kay Kubuntin. And there's a foul on the floor. And it's on Babilonia.
Ateneo's not yet in penalty.
Ooh. And this is not what you want to see. I mean, you don't want to see it any time to anybody, but guys playing very well.
Awkward landing, maybe twisted his ankle a bit. Here's that last sequence.
Yun. Tatamaan sila ni Rapatangan. Hopefully it's something he can shake off or maybe retape.
Seems okay.
Yeah. He cuts against Tolentino. Misses on that shot though. Newsom is back. Newsom is pushing. Lorde, Tolentino, all day to shoot, recoils and maybe not.
Too much time.
Yeah. Not what he wanted. Minsan talaga, yun ang mas nakakailang eh.
Sinigurado masyado.
And sometimes in a shot like that, Mark, you played the game, you've seen these players, pag nawala na yung momentum mo, rhythm mo dun sa unang buwelo, minsan naiiba talaga eh. May bagong salta na naman. Zelda is in the ball game now for National University. We're talking about Reden Zelda, former standout of Agro-Industrial Foundation College. The returning Bulldog. This lead is only one. It's been a... Well, how do you describe this second quarter, Mark? Actually, how do you describe this first half? I think it's been pretty deliberate between these two teams.
Very deliberate. To the liking of NU.
Really?
I don't think NU wins the game if the score is in the high 70s.
Okay.
75, 76. Ateneo can win. That
Obviously,
way. We
yes.
saw their offensive rating numbers. Right. But if this game is in the 60s, this is where NU wants it to be.
Oh, using the glass. Nico Ravena. And the lead back to Ateneo, 31-30. That is our 7th lead change of the ball game. 2 deadlocks so far. And a lot of half-court execution between the two teams. Rosario
Big three.
continues his scoring ways. 12 points in the first half. First triple of the game.
We're seeing a couple of power forwards, stretch forwards.
Exactly.
Maybe the 2 best power forwards now in the UAAP.
That is his 2nd triple of the season, and that will end our first half. What a quarter it has been for this kid. Jollibee champ of the quarter. Big burger goodness. 12 points, 10 of them are coming in the second quarter.
And he scored in a variety of ways. Jumper, 3-pointers, penetration,
On the run.
meron pang post-up.
All right. All of that to a 33-31 lead at the half over Ateneo. Back in a moment with our halftime here at the Mall of Asia Arena. We're back here at the Mall of Asia Arena, minutes away from the third quarter of this game between National University and National University and Ateneo de Manila University. The score is 33-31. Time for our Kit Kat at the break. Report, have a break, have a Kit Kat, a deliberate first half. As Mark said, what did you see, Mark?
Well, it's been a defensive game for both teams. And as I mentioned earlier, I feel NU has the advantage with a pace like this. 42% field goal for NU, only 33 for an Ateneo team that shot the lights out the last 3 games.
Yep.
Let's see if Ateneo can push the ball more and create more opportunities of transition here in the second half. As we look at the leading scorers, Kiefer Ravena 11 and Troy Rosario. What a wonderful second quarter for Troy Rosario, scoring 10 points there. And one thing we to take note also, Kiefer played 19 minutes.
Almost the whole.
In the first half. Let's see if that becomes a factor towards the end.
And by the way, he started off 0 of 7, and then since then 3 of 3. Of course, he made a few free throws too. But yeah, the story also, Troy Rosario, 10 of his 12 points in the second quarter. Tolentino also adding with 7 in the second quarter. Mark, what is this walkthrough play brought to you by Walker? Go ahead.
Look at Kiefer here, attracting 4 NU Bulldogs in that particular play. And when you have a guy like Pesumal stretching the floor, that is the key offense here for Ateneo, because NU will collapse always on Kiefer. He has found Pesumal for a 3. He also found Tolentino for a 3. So tignan natin if Ateneo can hit those outside shots in the same manner that they did it against De La Salle.
Kiefer has found 4 times, 4 assists for him in the game so far. So you look at our Mogu Mogu shake of the game. Mogu Mogu, you got it true. By the way, this is the first time that Ateneo is down at the half this season so far in 4 games. So for our, junkies out there who like these kinds of tidbits of trivia, I'm sure they would like to find out what that is. Hey, Amanda Louise Alejandrino is this game, Silverworks Class of 2014. What are you made of? As you mentioned, Rosario, the candidate for Appleton Most Improved Player of the Game, clinically proven to help gain weight healthily. 12 points all in all. That also includes 4 rebounds for him in this game so far against Ateneo. We've had 8 lead changes, 2 ties, 1 at 15 and 1 at 17 na lumamang ng 8 ay actually 7 ang National University, and then a 7-0 run tied the game, and then it's been like that, a seesaw battle since. Bench trendsetters, bench live life with flavor. Looking at the starting 5 of Ateneo, we see Ravena, Tolentino, Newsom, Gotladera, and Elorde. Not the same starting 5 that we had at the start of this game. Hold on to your hearts. This is Tara Santos of Ateneo, your Crissa campus crush. Para naman sa National University, Atangan, Alulino, Betayene, Rosario, and Mabuntil.
Same starting 5
For them.
in the first half. For Ateneo, Porter will be replaced here by Arvin Gotladera.
Rosario from 14 feet continues and picks up from where he left off.
What a talent this guy is. The promise and the game has always been there for Troy Rosario, but for some reason, he had a so-so season last year for NU.
And another thing that you have to see there is Kiefer Ravena will go to the line for 2 free throws. A lot of the touches obviously go to Ray Parks and Emmanuel Embe. That's why the game actually has changed for National University, not just Rosario. The whole game plan has changed. There's just more movement, player movement, ball movement. Wala tayong nakikitang masyadong bailout plays or isolation plays para sa kanila as compared
to before.
Yes, to before. And that is not to say anything negative. They had talent in Ray Parks. Of course, they're going to use that kind of talent. 2-time MVP.
That's true. So now the ball movement is better, and the player movement is also better for NU. And then you take advantage now of a talent like Troy Rosario, because he can be set up in so many different ways in this offense, because he can hit it from the outside. He can also be a factor inside.
They're sharing the wealth this year. Talking about National University, who are 2-1. 3-0 are the Blue Eagles. 4-2 on the other end, and Alulino guessing right. Anticipating this one. Cobontin. He likes to really just yung hop skip or sidestep. I mean, that's the scouting report on him. He also has a spin every now and then. As we look at our PS Bankable Man of the Game. Wow, can you beat that? Brought to you by PS Bank online mobile app. Download now. It's like the girl just came out of a box to cheer. It's so cute. It's part of the great crowd that we have here at the Mall of Asia Arena. Of course, it's Saturday, so we have a lot of the kids watching today. And we expect the same tomorrow. UP and FEU, and then another big collision between De La Salle and UE.
Of course, Derek Pomaren coaching against the team he last coached in the UAAP.
That's right.
Leading La Salle to a couple of championships.
Tito Pomaren on that staff, who obviously, as people know, played for La Salle also. 37-31. Good start for National U here in the third quarter. It is Zelda on Ravena. Elorde missing. Zelda with a rebound. Rosario outside. It is Newsom on him. Newsom can match up in terms of the athleticism, Mark.
And he can play Troy Rosario both in and out.
It's a good move by Rosario, just couldn't finish the play.
And that was the right move, the right shot to take against Newsom because of his height advantage.
May talon pa. Ito naman sa kabila, poposte. Kumatsikot Ladera. Inilabas kay Tolentino for a 3. Gets it to go.
What a weapon to have if you have a power forward who can shoot like that.
Who is the last guy here in the UAP? You've got a very good memory when it comes to whether it's recent or back in the day, who's the last guy who resembles his play, or at least that jump shot with the height?
Aldrich Ramos.
Aldrich Ramos from FEU. Alolino. Celta tumapak. Tinuro pa ni keeper para sigurado. That's the kick out. But for a great taste 3-point shot, great taste white, the coffee we super like, as we know. Aldrich Ramos was also not your typical centro pa nga, no? Centro pa nga.
But Aldrich doesn't have the same dribbling ability of Arvin Tolentino. That is what sets this guy apart.
Right. But you're comparing him in terms of the stroke, in terms of the ability to hit the shot.
In terms of spacing the floor.
Okay. Gatorade Fuel Duel of the Game. Update muna tayo. Maganda yung laban natin dito. Gatorade fueling the UAAP legacy. Rosario Tolentino. Mukhang buong hapon natin, buong gabi natin pag-uusapan yung dalawang yan.
And we also have to remember that Arvin Tolentino is only a rookie.
He's very much a rookie. He doesn't play like it.
And he is a true freshman. Meaning
right.
he was playing in high school last year.
That's right. There is a certain calmness that people are very surprised with in this game. As we see Zelda here, short on the 3. Tapikan. Mapupunta kay Chris Newsom. Chance for us to check in with Laura Lehman. Go ahead, Lau.
Well, Boom and Mark, as you mentioned earlier, there has been a lot of lead changes in today's game, but Ateneo is determined to secure the lead in the second half. Now, to do that, Coach Bo said that the team must address their mistakes. For one, NU out-rebounded us 21-16, and to add to that, they are also scoring off of our turnovers and lapses on court. We also need to improve our pick-and-roll defense, as well as our individual defense, as we are getting beat by the last few seconds of the shot clock. Back to you, Boom and Mark.
And that's how this third quarter actually started. Thank you, Lau. And Ateneo now slowly coming back into this game. Down 3. They were down 6 earlier, courtesy of the Arvin Tolentino 3. 37-34. Doon naman tayo sa kabila balita. Punta tayo kay Trisha Robredo.
Boom and Mark, despite being on the lead, the coaches expressed frustration over the boys' performance in the first half. Aside from it being an execution problem, mukha raw merong trust issues ang Bulldogs. Hindi lang kulang sa tiwala sa sistema, kundi sa sarili na rin. Now, Coach E asked the boys, especially rookies, Rapatangan and Rev Deputado, to shake off the jitters and to play the next 20 minutes with more confidence. In the dugout, he pointed out that the second half will be a game of possession, which is why it is important to stay composed, whether it be on defense or offense. He reminded the boys that the ball is precious, kaya dapat daw kung nasa kanila, huwag madadaliin ang tira. At kung nasa kabilang kupunan naman daw ang bola, defend properly. Stop fouling because the line is their strength. That's all for now, Boom and Mark.
Thank you, Trisha. You're right. This is looking like one of those possession ball games. There's not a lot of chances to run, and look at that. Ateneo tried to, but the defense of National University back.
Transition defense has been terrific for both teams today.
So execution is going to be, there's going to be a lot of premium on execution today as you look at the Red Bull Supreme block courtesy of Henry Betayere. Resist failure with Red Bull Supreme, 37-36. Kit Kat break time muna tayo. Have a break, have a Kit Kat. We welcome you back with the Booster C Energy Shot Energy Huddle of the game. 37-36 is our score. National U with its nose in front this match. RCBC Bankcard making the game better. RCBC Bankcard making your life better. That's Madera.
That was key for making his teammates better with another assist pass.
His 5th assist of the ball game. Nico Salva joining us. Bench trendsetters. Bench live life with flavor. He kind of knows how it feels to win. Kind of.
5 championships in 5 years.
Oh, nice move by Cobantin, but a good block also by Onso Gotladera. Let's check it out. A Red Bull Supreme block. Resist failure with Red Bull Supreme. Gotladera. Really just in best shape we've seen him. There's no question. Going back even to his LaSalle days, or in his younger LaSalle days.
And he knows his role. His role is to defend, bang, and then make those drop passes under the basket.
The kids are out, as we mentioned, Saturday. 37-36. This is the score. Boom Gonzalez, Mark Molina. Derek Abet Ramos at the helm of this exclusive ABS-CBN sports coverage. Shown on ABS-CBN Sports in Action and Balls HD channel 167. For those watching the replay, good evening. Balls channel 34, Sky 34. Alvida, halfway mark ang ating nadaanan. Keep scoring. Hit it home with Alvida's halfway point of the quarter. A little confusion.
They will give the 2 shots here to Aroga. That last play, that's the kind of action NU should run for Alfred Aroga. He is not really a post player, but when you get him on the move, because of his size and skill around the basket, he will be a dangerous scorer here for NU.
But you also have to get him some place so that he can seal underneath.
Absolutely.
Right?
He's not the type of guy. Let's give it to him. And let him go one-on-one.
Right. Haynes on the floor. Haynes, America's first name in comfort. Floppy play. Called from the bench. And Tolentino ends up with the ball and gets it to go for his 3rd triple of the game. So the forward matchup continues to shine here in this game against Ateneo and NU. It is Abelona trying to answer. No. And a rebound by Tolentino. Ravenna playing point guard in this possession. Nice fake and then sends it out. Tolentino, same spot. Comes up a little bit short on that one. Alolino and Aroga.
But you can see how Kiefer really wanted to set him up for that shot after making a couple of threes here in the 3rd quarter.
It's a good play by Alolino over the smaller Elorte, but could not make it. So officially, I just checked, it's 5 assists for Kiefer Ravenna. Still stays at 5. Ravenna, low post move. Again, from the field, totally struggling here.
And bothered also by the challenge of Aroga.
Abelona all day to shoot and gets it to go. That is his first triple of the season after 6-7 tries. 10 on the shot clock. 2-point lead for National U. Inside to Gotladera. Gotladera with a good move. Gets it up and in. To the delight of the Ateneo fans. And right at the 2:37 mark, 41 all, our 3rd deadlock of the game. Yan ang TJ combo play. Panalo, just like your favorite hot dog, Pure Foods, tender, juicy. Kit Kat break time muna tayo. Have a break, have a Kit Kat. Babalik po tayo dito sa Mall of Asia Arena. And I believe we have a Great Taste 3-point shot. Great Taste White. The coffee we super like. Also, a Mazda Sky Active move. All new Mazda 3 Sky Active Celebrate Driving. Gotladera with 4 points, 2 out of 2 from the field to tie the ball game at 41.
That was the San Beda connection for Ateneo.
Pala, no?
Tolentino with an assist pass to Gotladera.
Abelona, good defense there in this sequence so far. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Pinilit na ni Alolino. Naipit ang bola and Tolentino comes away with his 7th rebound of the game. He's running the break and he goes all the way. The true definition of coast to coast.
How many power forwards, 6'5", can do that?
Copontin answers on the other end. And that's why my question to you, Mark, if he reminds you of anybody at all, now from a overall package.
Ranidel de Ocampo.
Yun na yun, ano? I think that's the fastest I've seen him this season so far when he ran that break. Pesumal thought about the 3, nakatakas! Aroga was there to swap. Swapped the ball away, and a foul, preemptive foul by Nico Elorde, KFC so good stats, KFC so good. Free throws ang ating tinitignan, 9 of 11 ang Ateneo, 6 of 8 ang National University. Inisin Yaki, sobrang move. Yaki, sobrang sarap, courtesy of Arvin Tolentino, who's got 15 points, 8 in this quarter. It's 5 of 11 from the field, talking about Tolentino. Ang bola nasa NU, tabla po tayo ng 43. Deputado, sariling sikap.
Ano bang meron sa San Beda? I mean, these are rookies who are very composed and ready to play in their first years in the UAAP.
I know that's a rhetorical question, Mark, because we all know about the history of so, tanungin natin si kasamang Ronnie. Coach Ronnie Manzano, mula doon pa eh. We all know about that's a spawning ground of great talent, obviously. 47-43. 4-point lead for National U. Newsom gets away, puts it up, no. He's looking for a foul. 2-on-1 on the other end. Cobontin, Tolentino with a challenge and the bang and the bucket.
That could be a big play in this game. Newsom going strong to the basket. No call, and then NU scores back quickly.
Muna, tingnan natin kay Rep Deputado. Nakatakas sa ilalim, master game face move. Get 8 hours of no oil with master game face on. Strong move and a strong challenge by Tolentino, but a split second too late. That's our Dice One Clothing in your face move. 49-43 is our score. So with the exploits of Tolentino here in the third quarter for Ateneo, and NU as a team though is doing it here with 25 seconds left.
Well, that's because Kiefer is scoreless here in the third.
This is an 8-0 run so far, Mark. The last minute and 30, if I'm not mistaken. Ravenna, they close the door on him. Differential of a second on the shot clock and the game clock. Crossover, Ravenna. Sideline, inbound throw in.
NU not yet in the penalty. They
thought
call
he
it
was
on the side.
Yeah, he thought he was going for the shot, but no.
NU was almost playing like a zone against Kiefer in that last play.
Kiefer. Oh! Isaac Lim in the ballgame. Tolentino throws it up and almost had a chance. Lim bobbled him a bit. And NU ends the quarter with an 8-0 run. Our Jollibee champ of the quarter, though, is this kid, Arvin Tolentino. Big burger goodness. Like I mentioned earlier, 15 points already for him. 8 in this quarter, but his team is down 6 entering the fourth and final. Back in a moment. Balik po tayo dito sa Mall of Asia Arena in Pasay City for the fourth and final quarter. The game between Ateneo and National U. Bumitaw ng bahagya ang National U sa dulo nitong third quarter. As we look at some stats, KFC so good stats, KFC so good. Ang ating quarter scoring yan. Ang pinapakita natin, Isaac Lim, hugot.
They need outside shooting.
Oo.
So now they put Isaac Lim.
They probably need somebody pesky also for Rep Deputado here. Avelona gets away. Napes trying to go to Arroga. Arroga is 1 out of 4 from the field and draws the foul from Chris Porter. By the way, speaking of field goals, ito muna, PS Bankable Assist. Brought to you by PS Bank online mobile app. Download now. That's another assist for Kiefer, who's making up for his 3 of 13 field goal shooting in 27 minutes so far.
And Kiefer knows that there will be instant help once he touches the ball. And that's why he is dishing off to the open man.
Arroga. Bumitin. Tapik ng bola. It will be last touch by Von Pesumal, I believe. Says referee Mangibin. And then Lazaro with us today from the Blue Eagles, of course. Din Santiago ba yan?
Din.
check out what's going on Twitter, maybe. Our volleybells are all watching here in attendance from National U and from Ateneo. Aroga crossing over. The tap goes to NU. Alejandro with a floater. Doesn't get the roll. And a third opportunity for National University. It was only Tolentino and Gotladera kasamang Mark who scored in that third quarter for Ateneo. They were 5 out of 8. The rest of the team was 0 of 7. Agaw ni Ravenna. Ravenna against Alejandro. Ravenna umakyat. Wala. Ravenna trying to save it. And he does. Goes for a 3. Still no goal.
That's 3 out of 15 now for Kiefer.
(49-45). Roga against Porter. Roga trying to go baseline. And he does get it up and in. 5 points for the Cameroonian. Inside, Capascio with a good fake. Aroga was there. He seems a little winded already right now. Aroga is having a hard time coming back on offense here.
Well, they've been going to him almost exclusively on the offensive end here with Rosario and Alolino on the bench.
51-45. Let's check out a couple of plays first here. First, C2 cool and clean steal of the game. C2, sarap ng bukas. Dice one clothing in your face move by Alfred Aroga. 51-45. Alejandro gets some space, draws a foul, and will shoot 2 free throws. Aroga has actually played 29 minutes in this game. Let me check that. I think they're...
Maybe that's Kiefer.
Baka si Kiefer to. 0 plus Android fan of the day muna tayo. Si Odi Bartolome via O plus Imagine back-to-back scratch-resistant Android phone with 13 megapixel camera.
JJ Alejandro now on the line. Has not scored today, Alejandro.
51-45, 7:30 to play. So Kiefer 29 minutes, Aroga 19 minutes kasi nga hindi siya yung nag-start.
Yep.
Ano?
He didn't start both halves actually.
Right. They went
First
with
and third
Betayen eh.
quarters.
Right. And just in case you are not in the know, of course, Betayen and Aroga cannot play together on the floor. 52-45, let's check in with Laura Lehman.
Boom and Mark, the boys will be giving it their all for the fourth quarter, and they were very vocal and energized during the huddle. But despite this increase in energy, Coach Bo is still noting very many problems with their play. Offensively, we are quick on the floor, and we are moving the ball across the court. But when we shoot, we are neither in the proper place nor in the proper form. And we should be more efficient when taking the strategy. Defensively, NU is scoring per possession, and we need to put more pressure on the court. Back to you, Boom and Mark.
Maraming salamat, Lau. Actually, na-match na ng NU yung biggest lead. 7.
They had a 7-point lead, pero first quarter
Early.
pa yun.
Oh, wala nun, digita ng ating laban. Pero ngayon, 7 na naman. Yun yung sinasabi ni Lau na medyo konting bitaw ang NU dito. Abelona with 10 to shoot. 7-minute mark of this game, and another foul will be called this time. For Ravenna.
I love the toughness of Abelona.
This is Anthea, Africa. Our Krista Campus crush. Hold on to your hearts. 23 years old. She's actually from the LSU. She's here watching this match. Everybody's invited to the UAAP. Even the non-UAAP students. Maganda rin ang mga laban bukas. So, magkita-kita po tayo dito. UPFEU and Rizal and UE. Besumal almost breaking up that play. Under 7 minutes. Possession with NU with 11 seconds. And Tolentino will replace Kiefer Ravenna this time. Maybe a good idea for Coach Bo.
I think this is a good move. You give Kiefer maybe a couple of minutes, bring him in with 5 minutes left in this game.
Let him see some stuff also from the bench. Step in play by Abelona. NU really preventing Ateneo to get any kind of running game going, even if they have to foul.
And that's how Ateneo won. Previous games against LaSalle, against UP, and against Adamson. They pushed the ball and jacked up the score. Now 45 points only for Ateneo.
Second team foul for National U. McDonald's instant replay showing that. Call for McDonald's BFF bundle timeout. Dial 86-236 now. Newsome having a miserable time holding on to this possession. Got Ladera from the elbow. Not his shot, Mark.
Too far away from his range.
And that's what I think Laura was talking about when Coach Bo was talking. You are out of position to do what you normally are supposed to do. I think that's what she was referring to. And that's created because of the defense of National University.
Because of the help defense of Aroga.
Right. Chippy Barcada team moment. Kada bonding. Chippy. Coach Sandy Ares Pacochaga having a moment there with Kiefer while he sits down here in the fourth. And in the meantime, we go to Trisha Robredo. Trisha, what do you have for us?
Remove all distractions and focus on the game alone. These were the words Coach E highlighted in the huddle before the start of this quarter. Sabi niya nga, there are things you can't control like the calls in the crowd. So let's focus instead on what we have power over, which is the way we play our game. As usual, the Bulldogs will try and take this game on defense. Sabi nga ni Coach E, intimidate and stay with the shooters and always limit them to one shot. Coach, however, also wants the boys to run and take advantage of every possession. He asks the boys to spread the floor and flatten the Eagles' defense and make the extra pass if they get the chance. Lastly, Coach E calls the last couple of minutes a test of character. Kaya sabi niya sa boys, take heart, play with each other, and play for each other. Back to you, Boom and Mark.
Thank you, Trisha. That report. Well, speaking of what she said, distractions, the crowd, NU has taken out the Ateneo side of the crowd here in this game.
Because of their defense, because Ateneo hasn't scored a lot here in the second half, but this is only a 5-point game.
Oh, definitely. And this is a great move, by the way. An Owishi oh wow moment. Open up to everyday surprises with Owishi oh wow. Ateneo's 2 out of 7 from the field. National U, 1 out of 6. 3 turnovers for NU in this quarter alone.
Coach
52-47.
Coach Eric Altamirano also matching up here now. He has Gubuntin defending against Tolentino. So a better perimeter defender against Tolentino.
Rosario has been quiet also for NU. Kasama Mark. Ito, sinigipan. Itong si Tolentino, nakaagaw. First turnover by Ateneo here in the first. Pero pilit yung galaw ni Jello Alulino. Ibinigay kay Tolentino. Tolentino has Pesumala and Elorde with him. And a foul by Alulino against Arvin Tolentino. Avida, halfway mark ang ating nadaanan. Keep scoring, hit it home with Avida's halfway point of the quarter. Let's look at this McDonald's instant replay. Call for McDonald's BFF bundle timeout. Dial 86-236 now.
15 points for the rookie Arvin Tolentino.
And right on cue, Kiefer Avena comes in. Sabi mo nga, mga 5-minute mark or 48. Just got a little blow at the bench.
Aroga also set to check in for NU.
Right.
So ito na, nakikita na natin yung finishing fives for both teams.
Aroga will, the big man will replace the little man, Red Diputado. He was winded earlier, as you mentioned, talking about Alfred Aroga, so he needed a good couple of minutes too. Maybe even a shorter rest for him. As Ateneo cuts the lead down to 3. Down to a 12-second shot clock, courtesy of Nico Elorde's harassment. Gobuntin for 3, off to the right. And a push underneath. I think it's on Rosario.
Rosario. That's not really the shot of Glenn Gobuntin.
Well, just to prove it, he's 1 out of 8 this year so far from beyond the arc. 4:29 remaining. A tight finish here earlier today if you missed it. USD won on a Ken Lau free throw. 1 out of 4 towards the end of the game, and the one that mattered gave them the win against Adamson University. Come from behind victory, you could say, right?
Only 4 points in the fourth quarter for Adamson. And they had a shot to win that game from Rios under the basket, but he missed.
And Avena missed again on a forced shot. Obutin, the former Letran standout, takes away that rebound. 4 minutes to play. And lack of focus by Jello Alulina. A little casual on bringing down that ball.
That's a big turnover. You're up 3 with less than 4 minutes to go. Unforced turnover here from Jello Alulino.
And the point guard too. That is the 4th turnover this quarter for National University. Elorte finds space, puts it up and in. Boy, the points are so hard to come by in this game. They have to be creative to get some points, both teams.
And where does the offense come here from NU? They've struggled the last few minutes.
Now that's a foul.
Foul.
Got hit in the head. Rosario has been quiet in the 4th, nothing here in the 4th. 14 all in all. Mitsubishi Mirage, great play. Great play brought to you by Mitsubishi Mirage, a guard that we featured prior to the start of the game.
I like the play of NU going into Rosario because Arvin Tolentino, as good as he is offensively, is not yet there defensively. So excellent call here from Coach Eric Altamirano. And what a big move here from Coach Altamirano, putting in the rookie Diputado and then benching Jello Alulino for the final 3 minutes of this game.
15 points for Rosario. That's his first point of the 4th quarter. Short offensive rebound by NU. Aroga trying to carve some space, and he does.
Again, rebounding would be key here for Ateneo. Can they prevent offensive rebounds of NU?
7 points for Aroga, all in the second half. 7 rebounds to go with him. Newsom, his strong side. Rotladera is blocked and fouled. 55-51. Another tight finish here as Rotladera will go to the line. Let's look at this. Manufacturing. A Nissin Yakisobra move. Nissin Yakisobrang sarap. The rest did him well. Talking about Alfred Aroga. So 4 offensive rebounds by NU in the 4th quarter, Mark. Just to your point, 1 for Ateneo so far. Sablay yung unang free throw.
At ang masakit nung last possession, offensive rebound off a missed free throw.
That's right. You're right. Little press here.
Good move here from Coach Bo. Coach Jello Alulino.
Tama.
Let's test their,
Ayun na nga.
their point guards.
Oh, Chris Newsom having a hard time here. Who's gonna get it? They send it out to Elorte. Ravenna is free against Rosario. He sees the mismatch, and let's see what happens here. Again, Ravenna going to no one.
Still a lot of time.
Tolentino off to the left. Rebounding scramble goes to NU. Diputado against Tolentino. Foot speed against height. And Diputado wins this one. 57-52. 2:22 remaining here in the 4th. Master Game Face move. Get 8 hours of no oil with Master Game Face on. 16 minutes for Red Diputado in this game. He came in, as you mentioned, to replace Alulino in a crucial part of this 4th quarter. Chippy Barcada team moment kada bonding. Chippy, they're celebrating a 5-point lead right now. 57-52. Kit Kat break blast. Have a break, have a Kit Kat. It is a 42-30 advantage in rebounds for National U. And the inside points,
30-16
30-16
for NU. And we saw that before the game. Only 24 inside points against LaSalle. Now they've scored 30 here.
Right. Diputado
Foul.
almost taking it from Nico Elorte. Now we have a lot of time to play. 2:13, anything can still happen.
Not a good foul here from the rookie Diputado.
Because that puts Nico Elorte on the free throw line.
Ateneo has so many problems scoring the ball. The last thing you want to do here is to put somebody on the line, especially a veteran like Nico Lorde.
Right, you're right. Easy points. They call it
Easy
cheap points.
Plus you stop the clock.
Yep. And 71% shooter from the line too in Nico Elorde. So the cheap points converted by Ateneo. 57-54. And the press again is on. Aroga releases the pressure. Aroga drives. Blocked by Got Ladera. Cobontin gets it back. And then travels. Wanted to go back inside, but the door was shut. In our PS Bank last 2-minute mark. Download PS Bank online mobile app now to bank anywhere, anytime.
That was not a bad idea for Maroga to attack that pressure defense, but excellent help defense from Ateneo.
Ladera had the hand in that one. How about Ravenna continuing to struggle? And Got Ladera doing the dirty work. 7 points for Got Ladera, 4 rebound. That is his first offensive rebound.
And that's possible because Alfred Aroga is helping out on Kiefer Ravenna.
Rosario inside. They kick it out to Cobontin. This is down to a 1-point lead with 1 minute and 32 and a 10-second shot clock for NU. Well, the Newsome switch to Rosario might have worked. Kasama Mark, huh?
And a foul will be called on Kiefer Ravenna. Ateneo also in penalty.
All right, both teams over the limit. Let's look at this first. The attack. And then Aroga helping out. Naiwan si Got Ladera for his first offensive rebound. All that in a Dice 1 clothing in your face move. By the way, that was after a block that he made on the other end. Ito naman yung foul. Ni Kiefer Ravenna, may hawak sa arm.
Clear foul.
McDonald's instant replay ball from McDonald's. BFF bundle timeout dial 86-236 now. Pao Havelona on your screens.
He has been tough. This guy defending Kiefer, defending Chris Newsome in some situations, and then also attacking on the offensive end, Havelona.
Now that you mention it, you know, guys like Havelona, Diputado, Atangan, they played, you know, they've done the smaller things for National U here in this game. That guard rotation and 2 cold-blooded free throws for a 3-point lead for National U. NU is 4 of 6 from the line. Ateneo is 5 out of 6 here in the 4th quarter, by the way.
If you're NU, you don't leave Arvin Tolentino here on the help defense. Kiefer!
Not that time.
Jump ball.
Talk about that shot, Mark.
But this will be a jump ball. We're under 2 minutes. No more possession arrow.
Right.
So this will be a jump ball, and Cobontin should have the advantage here against Elorde.
McDonald's instant replay call for McDonald's BFF bundle timeout. Dial 86-236 now. 3 of 17 from the field for Ravenna. Boy, if that shot went in though, Mark, we tied once again. And it's one of those moments.
We won't be surprised even if Kiefer is 3 out of 16 if that went in. Still a lot of time here. Over a minute left in this game.
Yep. Cobontin looking at Aroga. Cobontin. The tap goes to Havelona and is fouled by Nico Elorde. That was a shaky jump ball for Cobontin.
And a good break here for NU.
Good break for them. Yeah, you're right.
Havelona just made a couple of free throws. Now he goes back again to the line. Havelona.
McDonald's instant replay catching this one. Call for McDonald's BFF bundle timeout. Dial 86-236 now. Havelona is back. Originally, of course, from West Negros University. 3 straight free throws for Pao Havelona for a 4-point lead and a 2-possession ball game.
Who would have guessed that Havelona and Diputado would be finishing this game over NU?
Yeah, over Alilino. Newsome. Again, the defense of NU is there. Tolentino free for a 3. Not that time. Scramble for the loose ball. It ends up with Cobontin and a rake on his face too. And Newsome right away apologizes.
That was the shot you wanted there. of semi-transition. They get the open look for Arvin Tolentino.
Now it's Kobuntin's turn. Try to extend this 4-point lead. 48.5 remaining. Still a two-possession ball game. Still a lot of time. Two misses. The tap. Rebounding battle again. And it goes back to National University and another foul called.
Offensive rebound.
Yes.
Second time this quarter, NU gets an offensive rebound after a missed free throw.
And the advantage is 6-3 in this quarter. And Diputado's turn to go to the line. Two misses by Kobuntin. Third straight miss for National University, keeping that window open for this bunch of players, the Ateneo players. By the way, these are the first, let's check if these are the first free throws for Diputado this season. That's right.
But 10 big points already in this game
Yun.
for Rev Diputado.
Big minutes too. 61-56. Back in a moment. Babalik po tayo dito sa Mall of Asia Arena. The fans of Ateneo waiting. What's going to happen and what's going to unfold in the final 43.7 of this ball game.
And you need something quick here for Ateneo. It doesn't have to be a 2, doesn't have to be a 3. It can be a 2 as long as it's quick. Just try to score here with 5-6 seconds.
And
in
then
the clock.
do you foul right away?
Not right away.
necessarily?
I would like to test this young backcourt of NU and maybe you can force a turnover.
Elorde.
Good play.
The tap. They're looking at it. They're going to look
Replay.
at it. By the way, Ateneo shooting 19% from the three-point area today.
There will be a review that was on the
As they review this play, we take a look from our angle. Tough to tell. You should see it again if you can. It's 61-56.
The first 3 games, boom, 38%.
Ang three-point
Ateneo,
shooting ng
sa 3
Ateneo.
points. Ngayon, 19.
19. That's a tough one. And that was, you know, something that you mentioned at the start of the game that was crucial for Ateneo, just to kind of offset the inside
Yes.
advantage of National
And also because
University
we know the way NU plays defense, they will not allow Kiefer
to get
to
inside.
make layups in today's game. And they've done that.
Yeah, 3 out of 17, if I'm not mistaken.
And they have the personnel to control the paint with Betayene and Aroga. Plus Toy Rosario there.
61-56, 35.8. They're looking at it from all the angles possible. If this ball goes to National University, Mark, you still don't foul? If you're Ateneo?
Maybe you give it a couple of seconds.
Okay.
Maybe one trap.
Who do you-
One trap before you foul.
And would you like to foul a particular player from that?
If you trap, you cannot choose.
Ah, sa trap, yeah, that's
Diba?
right.
If
That's
you trap,
whoever has the ball,
you cannot
obviously.
choose.
Yeah.
But if you don't trap, then you give it to Kobuntin. You let Kobuntin get the ball.
And NU will get this possession. Mark.
NU ball.
Yes.
And I think they're going to call a timeout here.
And yeah, Coach Bo is telling everybody to foul.
But NU's gonna call a
they're gonna
timeout.
call a timeout first. Because that's what probably they expect. Well, let's see how this unfolds when we come back. We're back with you here at the Mall of Asia Arena, National University, inbounding the ball.
You can actually foul a man, even if he doesn't have the ball here, boom, as long as the ball is already in play.
Inbounded. In play, yeah. And that's the reason why I was asking you earlier, Mark.
Yep.
Kung ikaw ba, Ateneo, mamimili ka?
Pwede.
Kung kunwari na inbound na yung bola, kung let's say sa point guard kay Diputado, do you choose, like you go to Cobuntin and foul him, or Aroga? They're trying to steal the ball. Ateneo, obviously, that will be the first intention, to try to get the ball. But they foul.
And they had Toy Rosario trapped there. But precious seconds here. There's no foul. There's no foul. No foul.
Okay, so ano lang, tap out lang.
Ball
Tap
out of bounds.
30 seconds.
There's a foul. So Alfred Aroga will take the 2 shots here.
A 28% shooter from the line, and that's again one of the reasons why I asked you if it would be wise to do that if you're Coach Bo Parasol. Just to extend this game, because that's what he's going to try to do now, Coach Bo. If you're Coach Eric Altamirano,
I mean, you just need to make your free throws.
Right.
And this game is over.
1 out of 4 from the free throw line, make that 2 out of 5. Makes the second one for a 6-point lead.
No more timeouts for Ateneo.
That's right.
Kiefer will probably take a 3 here.
And he's fouled. That's exactly what you don't want if you're Coach Eric Altamirano. Look at Coach Vic Icasiano just hold on to his head.
And that is the last thing you want to do. Abelon has done a marvelous job against Kiefer Ravena in today's game prior to that shot.
He's 5 out of 7 for today.
Kiefer, before that shot, scoreless in the second half.
Makes the second. 7 out of 9. Keeping a door open for something here.
And if Kiefer makes this becomes a single possession game.
That's right. Ravena misses. And a foul will be given up right away to Alfred Aroga.
A good foul to prolong this game.
A little bit of a torn uniform to boot for him. Ravena misses the third. And Aroga has 9 rebounds. 2 out of 5 from the line. (63-58). Coach E, cool on the bench there with a 2-possession lead.
5-point game now. Aroga again. It will be short.
And a jump ball. Lane violation. This game is really being extended here. And Tolentino and Rosario. Si Cobuntin nandun. Pinaalis ni Didi Rosario.
Ako nang bahala dito. And Chris Newsom says, ako din ako naman dito.
High leapers. A lot of jockeying for position between Pesumal and Cobuntin. 20 seconds remaining. And Ateneo gets it. Newsom will drive. Will draw another foul. Shoot 2 more free throws to again stop the clock. NU claims all ball. Ateneo says, nope, there's a foul. Let's look at the replay here.
Aggressive move here by Newsom. There was that swatting action from Aroga.
Very tough. Newsom, in the meantime, will shoot those free throws. He's a 75% shooter from that area. Makes this one, it's down to another 1-possession game.
NU with 1 more timeout, which they will probably call if Newsom makes this.
Timeout, National University Bulldogs.
Brings us to 63-60. We'll be back with the conclusion of this ballgame. Balik po tayo dito sa ating fourth quarter. Napakahabang fourth quarter natin. Napakahabang last 2 minutes. 13 seconds remaining. One possession game, a 3-point lead for the 2-1 National University against the 3-0 Ateneo de Manila. And the foul is called. So 2 seconds shaved off from the clock. 2 out of 3 from the line is Rosario. Ravenna has a few words for him before the free throw. The smirk on Rosario's face.
15 points and 8 rebounds. Troy Rosario, that's...
And that's why.
And then now it's Nico Elorde.
Both of them tag teaming. Lorde and Ravenna. Hey, anything to win, right? Anything legal. Legal naman yan. Pwede mong kausapin. Yan ang mga ginagawa ng mga player natin dito. In this situation. Rosario.
Big shot. Big shot
cool
there.
on the second one. Gets it to roll in. 2 possession. Ball game. 11 seconds. Ravenna launches top of the circle. Oh! An NU player swinging over, jumping into our Sir Gabby and Sir Peter. That's the story of the game for him, for Abelona. Has been all over the place.
Yep. The story of the game for Kiefer Ravenna as well.
Yeah, that's right. Missed.
His outside shot deserted him in today's game.
Still no go for Kiefer Ravenna. Percentages obviously will drop after the last 2 shots. But National U with a hard-earned win.
Give a lot of credit to the NU defense once again, especially their defense on Kiefer. And then inside points, they got it over 30 in today's game, and that produces victory for them.
They also had like what, 4 players, different players
Yep.
on Kiefer today.
And the offensive rebounding likewise, plus the big game from the 2 guards
Rosario.
coming off the bench.
Oh, yeah.
For me, that was key. Javelona defensively and provided some toughness, and Diputado with a lot of poise and some crucial baskets in the end.
That's right. RCBC Smarter Solution Coach of the game. Coach E, of course, RCBC Smarter Solutions. Congratulations, National University, our team Bonchon of the game, the Crispy Chicken Global Phenomenon. From here on, it's Bonchon. Troy Rosario also with a big game. And then the whole bench coming into play. And we talked about that in the first quarter also, how Coach Bo was worried about the whole bench of National University. Came into play today. All right, we'll talk more about National University's win when we come back after this short break. National University deals the Ateneo de Manila University Blue Eagles their first defeat in season 77 of the UAAP. Unity and excellence. 64-60 is our final score. Let's give you first our Jollibee champ of the game, Big Burger Goodness. How about this kid? 16 points, 6 of 9 field goals, 8 rebounds, 2 assists, an insurance free throw to boot.
And very crucial in the second quarter because Ateneo took a 5-point lead in the second quarter. Nothing going on offensively there for NU, but Troy Rosario had 8 quick points there in the second quarter that gave NU a 2-point lead at halftime.
Only 2 points in the fourth quarter, but that 1 free throw to ensure the 2-possession lead. Malaking bagay. RCBC Savings Bank, life-changing move of the game. RCBC Savings Bank, it's life-changing. How about that kid? Rev Diputado, 10 points, 4 of 6 from the field, and a productive 19 minutes for him. Sat down Jello Alolino. Well, of course, that was the decision of Coach E. But
what a great call from Coach Eric Altamirano to put in Rev Diputado, and he made that play because they were down 3, they were up 3. That layup made it 5 points entering the final 2 minutes.
PS Bankable Player of the Game, we go back to him. Troy Rosario, brought to you by PS Bank Online Mobile App. Download now. We'll take a break, and we will be back to wrap this baby up. Back here at the Mall of Asia Arena, and we just give you an update here for our Gatorade Fuel Duel of the game. Gatorade fueling the UAAP legacy. Well, he won his mini battle. We've been talking about it. 3/4 at least of this game, the Tolentino-Rosario battle, and Tolentino by 1 point, winning that one in the points department.
Very, very impressive numbers once again for Arvin Tolentino, 17 points and 9 rebounds, but today in a losing cause for Ateneo.
Troy Rosario, of course, probably will end up the happier man tonight with that team win. And tying Ateneo at 3-1, of course, with that win. All right, as we mentioned, tomorrow, another great set of ball games live here at the Mall of Asia Arena. First up, UP versus FEU, 2 p.m. And then UE versus DLSU. And, of course, LaSalle, the defending champions, snapping their 2-game losing skid. And that will be tomorrow. They're both live here at the Mall of Asia Arena. Your thoughts real quick on this one?
Well, on the games tomorrow or
Today,
today's game. Well, NU can win games because of their defense, and they were able to do that today, limiting Kiefer to only 3 field goals in today's ball game. That was it. You limit Kiefer to 3 field goals and 2 points in the second half. That was the key stat of today's game.
And NU deals Ateneo their first loss of season 77. Thank you very much for Mark Molina, Laura Lehman, Trisha Robredo, and Direk Abed Ramos. I'm Boom Gonzalez. We'll see you tomorrow for more of the UAAP as we continue to broadcast in high definition.
This is the UAAP Season 77. Unity in excellence.